Hey guys, so something I get asked by people is, what do I practice? Okay, that's what I'm working on. So what is that? Well, that's like a sort of a extrapolation, mutation of that original Parker line. Remember the one I showed you where I went from like a couple little mini lessons ago? So I wanted to modify that and add a little kind of snake-like chromatic weaving of chromatic approach notes. Something that I studied with Charlie Banakis, who was an amazing teacher, by mail, by post, many years ago. Just a few lessons with Charlie, but it was so great. And one of the things he said to me was, I want to make your playing more kind of snake-like and weave in and out of the changes, you know. And I thought it was a great analogy, you know. So this is exactly what I'm doing here, is when I target that E flat, which is my sharp 9 of the C7, right? I'm using this kind of a chromatic approach system down. It's a line I actually think I got from Cannonball Adderley. I heard Cannonball do something like this kind of thing, and I was like, slightly modified, but it's that idea. So transcribe some Cannonball and some Joe Henderson and that stuff, and Sonny Rollins and Sonny Stitt, and that'll give you some of that. So and that will be the line, you see. And then I do the same chromatic approach line into, what's that? B flat minor 7 or half diminished 7. Where do we get that from? Well, that's from D flat melodic minor. Right? That makes my C7 more of a C altered. You might hear a little element of whole tonism in there. That's because there's 4 whole steps in the melodic minor. It's pretty cool. Now, so right at the end of this C7, I'm implying like a B flat minor 7 flat 5. This is making this C7 very unstable in tonality. Now it's become a C7 altered. And really wants to go up to the 4 chord resolved, down a 5th or up a 4th, right, to the 4 chord. I'm imagining this on a C blues, like the original Parker one. So even though this hasn't been like a complete breakdown of the line for you guys, I hope it kind of is interesting, because it gives you like an insight into what fills up some of my practice time. And often it's something inspired by teaching a student, and I'll take the line that we're working on and I'll find different ways to kind of get different ideas derived from it. And you can see also, this is one of the things I talk about a lot with people, is transcribing stuff, like actually writing down solos and solo lines from recordings, not just kind of learning a lick, but even writing out the whole solo or a chunk of it so you can hear like whole long phrases. So as I referred to in that, you know, in this video, like little ideas from Cannonball Adderley, for instance, you know, and it permeates your playing. Sometimes years down the line, you just find yourself using an idea that probably you got from something, you know. And as I listened back to this line and I was thinking about it, I'm like, wow, there's stuff from, I hear also something from a Cannonball Adderley line from a tune called Limehouse Blues. And Cannonball always nails this, there's an F7 with a sharp 11 in this tune. It's with Coltrane on sax. It's basically Miles' band from the kind of blues sessions. So Cannonball's line ended on this augmented triad, right? An E flat augmented triad over the F7, right? Really cool sound. And I noticed on this idea of mine, there's the F7. I'm using some augmented ideas which are kind of derived from that, and it wasn't a conscious thing, but it just had been absorbed into my playing a little bit. So transcription is really one of the greatest things. You know, all this stuff is on record, on recordings, you know, and that's a really valuable takeaway. I didn't want to just kind of like show you the lick, how to play this lick, but just kind of describe how the thought process is behind it, you know, and how I arrive at some of these ideas that go into my vocabulary. So hopefully it's been helpful. Leave comments, tell me some stuff if you want to look at certain things, And don't forget to check out the website, rufusphilpot.com, and I'll see you on the next one.